We've come down to the city of Bormio for the start of the penultimate stage of the Tour of Italy. Again, it's a short leg, but as the riders found out at Cost yesterday, that means there will be some mountains. It's fairly clear that a climber will win today's stage. It's also going to have to be some climber because the road to Presolana takes the peloton across the mythical Mortirolo and the equally painful Vivione. It's going to be a hard ride, and anyone not in the best condition after 3 weeks in the saddle might not get to see the Corsa. He's making a break for it. Will it prove to be too early? The pack doesn't seem to want to react, and the gap continues to widen with the breakaway. There's now more than a minute between them. The lead rider is now more than 2 minutes ahead of the peloton. The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%. And so they're off on their first climb. The pack is still losing ground to the breakaway. Breakaway now has more than 5 minutes on the peloton. The riders must be very careful. This downhill is known to be very dangerous.
No hopes, no future. It's forbidden to dream. My heart in chain, my soul in cage. Heart in chain, no dreams to save. No dreams to save. Rid yourself. Rid yourself.
The gap is widening. It's now more than 2 minutes. The peloton seems content to let it grow. The pack is putting the squeeze on the breakaway. The gap is widening. The pack doesn't seem too concerned. It's meals on wheels for the riders. It's so important to avoid going hungry. The current pace is too docile for some riders who are looking to create a breakaway. The pace is really hot, so for the moment we shouldn't see too many attacks. There's less than 20 kilometres left to ride and the gap is still more than 2 minutes. It's going to be a question of sheer willpower. There's a rider trying to break away from the bunch. And he sprints away in attack. The gap's widening. It is now over 2 minutes. There's now just 10 kilometres left. Just 2 more climbs left on the menu. There's considerable daylight back to the peloton, and they don't seem to want to react. Five kilometres to the finish line. The spectators really shouldn't run alongside the riders like that. They really have no idea of the danger they're putting them in. That's more than 2 minutes separating them. The little promenade is over. The group has been overhauled. The riders are now attacking the final climb. Now is the time to dig deep. None of the favourites is giving an inch. Alone against all, it required a lot of energy, and he showed he was above the rest today. Another attack. This time it could go all the way. We're waiting for the back markers, who appear to be fairly numerous in this difficult stage.
And I went to school sometime when I could, about a couple of months out of a year or something like that. By the time I wanted to learn to go to school, boy, you can't go to school. They went to school them days in them churches, you know what I mean? You can't go to school, boy. You got to plow the mule. It's come time. March come. I had to quit school. I used to work. Oh man. Go down one side road and come back up the other